Welcome back to Dyson Sphere program. And as the thumbnail says, we need power. I don't think I'm going to make 25 hours. I'm still going to try to go as fast as I can, though. And in order to resolve that, I think we need to get our power situation much better. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a little planetary logistics. We're going to just drop you right about here.
A logistics station. You've taken the first step in establishing a planetary logistics network. Set the logistics station at the supplying location to supply, and the logistics drones will automatically deliver cargo to any other logistics stations in demand on the same planet. Please remember to deploy logistics drones into the logistics station, either a supply or demand one. The logistics drones only work for the logistics station they belong to.
That gives us plenty of room to do piling. And then we're gonna put one or two of these down, just to sort of get a sense of what we're doing here. So we need to take this oil, right? We're gonna take the oil and turn it into hydrogen and refined oil. It's the only recipe that we have for oil, so that makes that easy. And then we'll come out so oil in, hydrogen out, refined oil out, refined oil out. Didn't specify here. Let's get this changed. Okay, so now the oil's coming in and the refined oil's coming out. Oh boy. What am I trying to make? Graphenes. Can I drop something? Oh, now I got it in my hand. One moment. I need to stop making things in my replicator. There we go. All right, so then the oil comes out. Which one of these is the hydrogen? I theoretically could just ship the hydrogen at this point. But let's take a look at that recipe. No, it requires both. Then we'll ship the hydrogen at that point, because at that point we're going to have to burn it. So the oil's on this line. We got one storage here. It's got to be more of a buffer.
You've built a storage tank, which is more suitable than a depot for storing liquids.
Really excited about that.
Each storage tank can only store one type of liquid. Storage tanks can be stacked vertically, Once the storage tank is dismantled, extra liquid will fall to the ground.
I'm maximizing these belts with pilers in mind. Something like that'll do it. And luckily, we have oil right here, so we can quickly test this whole process. Alright, so we're gonna ask this tower to demand oil from wherever it can find it. We've got a couple of logistics stations on hand that we can use for this purpose. And we are making oil. And it's already going back. And I think we'll go ahead and run this back so we can get sprayed. That's the whole reason why I'm going way back like this. And then let's put in everybody's favorite. A sigh. We need a container. We'll steal one from here. Just so we can keep going. And then we'll connect you there. And we'll have you come out like this, but then we'll also put a little... No, wait, that's not enough room. We need to pile this side, and then pile them together. X-ray cracking. 1, 2 to make 3 and 4. So on this side, I think I need to output it. I need to rotate this. Just so we maintain everything gets sprayed. Yeah, I think I want it here. Okay. And then this guy will go like that. There we go. Go down the line like this, and down the line like this. We just pick these guys up. Pretty straightforward. And then we ship it all back. So the recipe for this one calls for... What does it call for? 3 hydrogen. No. 2 hydrogen, 1 refined oil. And this one is making 2 refined oil, 1 hydrogen. Every 4 seconds, it's making 1 to 2. The wrong recipe selected. Okay, there we go. And I think we need to put the power out here. I have a desire to make the hydrogen the inside line on this one. Do it just like that. Now, the simplest and most straightforward concept here would be to just pile all this hydrogen back into here. And then while we're thinking about it, let's make another box. We'll need another depot. Huh. Let me take a second here to clean up. Don't need this, don't need this, don't need this. probably don't need this right this second. No to that. All right. Back to what we were doing. So the thought that I was having, if we... So this is a really focused effort to make sure that this is piled and shipped. One way to do this would be to just build however much of this that we need and then just dump the rest. Just burn it straight up, no problem. I'm going to add this excited to the rest of the factory here. Nobody wants this? I find that impossible to believe. Unless you're trying to tell me it's just a little too far away. There we go. Maybe I should keep some of this hydrogen local. If push comes to shove, I could always pile this. So everything goes in, gets recycled. I'm liking this a lot, actually. And then we have one belt's worth that gets shipped out. And that's the overflow. The overflow-ish. 2/3 goes back into production. 1/3 goes out to be available for the rest of the factory. All right. Now we should be making some serious red cubes once we get the rest of this rocking and rolling. Two refined oil every 4 seconds. We're consuming 2 refined oil every 4 seconds. No, we're not. We're consuming 1 refined oil every 4 seconds. So this is a 2 to 1 if we only want to consume all of the refined oil. At some point, down the line here, we're gonna have to start burning things. Question is how many of these do we want to have before we commit to completion? Or we just take a little pause and make something else possible. That's another way to go. So what we'll do is we'll just, right here, probably as good a stopping point as any other. Well, now, how many of these do we have? We've got 15 on board. Let's build a few more of these before we do anything wacky. Oil in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're presuming the... Oh man, we're running out of belts. If it's not one thing, it's another. I have a lot of the basics already automated. Not enough, obviously. Once we get power, we'll double back for the basics. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna pull these up here for a second. And all I'm gonna do is just peel off a chunk of this hydrogen, burn it, and then send the rest along its merry way. I know that this won't... Oh, this will connect. Wow. Super convenient. Shame on me for assuming it wouldn't work. And then... Well, will it work straight into that one, or am I getting greedy now? Wow. Okay. We're having a good day as far as that's concerned. Let's drop some power in place here. That's a nice round 5. I like that. Looking good. Now, where are we power-wise? This generates 2, and we look like we need maybe 20 of these to even get close. Luckily, these do stack. As long as you don't get too close to the poles of the planet. Oh, I'm out of everything today. Actually, give me a quick second. I'm gonna handcraft these sorters and then I'll be right back. And welcome back. Here's the couple of things. We've got those sorters now. It should be the last time we need to pause, but if it's not, we'll just pause again. No biggie. I want to move this back because putting this right here is actually blocking our need for a depot. So I'm going to move that back by one step, just like that. Then I'm going to put this one right here. Then I'm going to test it before I build it. Okay, that looks good. Then we'll run this directly into here. This into here. This into here. And this into here. We'll reclaim this belt. And then we can put a nice little depot right there. And once all of the thermal power generators get their fill, we'll then see that we can keep this running just a little longer. And then I think I'll also put one here. So that's 10 thermal power generators, each one generating 2.1. Let's see if we can squeeze in 10 more. And that would be the end of that. Downsides. Downsides is that this part of the factory is solely responsible for generating enough hydrogen for this part of the factory to provide power. If we build more of these, as we would want to do, they are actually not providing resources to this part of the power side of the factory. That's probably partially okay and partially not true, because the hydrogen actually runs from here back up here. It all gets sent to this central location, so no, that's wrong. I can build that as much as I like. And still have it all be part of this same central power solution. This is great. I am very happy with this. I'm happy with the storage. I'm happy with the breakout. I'm happy with... I'm just happy. And now we've got a good chunk of quote-unquote extra power. This might be a excuse me. This might be a long trip for these guys, but it's nice to see a more consistent amount of red cubes appearing. This line is full on hydrogen. We're making a good chunk of diamonds, but it looks like... Wait a minute, is this a keepable location? Looks like it'll work. We just need to probably tweak the location of this belt. We'll be okay. I'm going to upgrade the belt supplying red cubes. And then I think we'll just go over here and take a peek at what we're doing with the energetics. So we just need to make more of that, and we'll be in a much better place. Okay, yeah, looks like we could build a few more. Each one of these is generating one energetic every 4 seconds. Is there a better... I see the no fuel symbols. I see it. Is there a better version of this? One every 4. But we're really doing that in order to kill that refined oil. Maybe I should be burning refined oil. mean, it is the thing I don't want. But we're on a plan. We're going to complete our plan. Oh no! I built it before the belt was there, so the sorter didn't get built. Let's put in a little bit of a buffer. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Three more? I would blame this side of the house, but we're really not using that much of that because it's already full. So let's just hoist a round back into here. Someone's making personal deliveries to me. Probably foundations. Yeah, so this is where the piler would come in extreme handy. Though, I wonder... I wonder what effect the piler has on this. Ooh, this is going to be interesting when we get to this point. Most of these are working, though. There's just a little short on hydrogen. I think I'm gonna I want to change this up a little bit. So that way we can ship out more energetics. Seems like it's a long trip, so this is just a little more surface area. So we could use a little more oil. We'll add this oil to the mix here and see if that's going to at least provide us enough. We need enough oil to keep all of our initial oil refineries refining. And the only thing these guys are complaining about is the lack. If I burned refined oil, though, we would just change the problem. So I'm not going to do that. We could battle for this. Just pull a little bit back into the system. Even though we're already shipping 2/3 of it right back into production. Those should come in here and grab some of this. That'll be half to power, half to making more hydrogen. Yeah. I mean, we are using that hydrogen so fast. But that tweak is helping the burn, for sure. And it is helping us make more. All right, so let's do one hard push. I'm just going to grab it all. Of course, every time we grab hydrogen out of here, we're lessening the amount of hydrogen in the early parts, but that does provide a better distribution, I think. More even distribution. Whether it's better or not is a different question, but it's more even for sure. checking in on our initial refineries, make sure they're running full time. And then we can check in on this to see how much we're burning. So we're making a small amount of a surplus. And we're making a small amount of surplus refined oil. That's really the danger of this, is that if you have too much refined oil, the whole thing will blow up. That's actually working great. This side has a little bit of a storehouse of hydrogen on the belt now. More of these are running, not all of them, but more of them. But by having this hydrogen on the belt... Oh, that's on another planet. That tells us that we're doing pretty good. They must be attacking some weird space that we haven't defended yet. We'll deal with that later. The unit count is going down, so they're being attacked. Well, we got this very consistent hydrogen supply now. Oop, what's this? speaking of science, do we have any other non-yellow science opportunities? There's one. I don't even really care what it is. Just kind of want to get the red science options completed. Definitely gating a lot of this behind yellow. Ooh, all queues full. Some more weapons. It's all weapon stuff at this point. Space Fleet. More kinetic weapon damage. I like that. Consumption demand 120. Capacity, so we're right at 50%. If we really wanted to solve all of our power problems, we would have to put in what? 30 more of these? It's kind of a lot. I don't think I have 30 of these. Yeah, I got 3. And I don't have the hydrogen to fuel them is the problem. I think we've got a lot of solar power helping us out here as well. And I think we're on the dark side right now. We're building up a bit of a surplus now. Oh, you know what? I can't do this. These items aren't getting painted. I've got to drop this. If we did that, we would have some painted, some not painted. And that would be bad. Oh wow, we're even on the bright side and we're still not getting power. Okay. These guys need hydrogen. These guys are making hydrogen. From hydrogen, by the way. I'm just gonna put all of these down. Brute force this thing a little bit. It just kind of bothers me that refined oil has all that additional potential that needs to be processed, and we're just gonna burn it. Nice to see some red cubes, though. We endeavored to increase our power, and I think what we ended up doing was massively increasing our red science. My temptation is to sushi belt this power. If they have access to one or the other, then that's what they burn. I know that's a bad temptation, but that's where we are. All right, give me a second. I'm going to construct all this stuff. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I'm not going to sushi belt this. What I am going to do is just have one line that burns hydrogen, which is this, and one line that burns the refined oil. And then just for measurement's sake, just so we know how much space we can potentially take up if we decide to expand this, though we probably shouldn't expand this, but I'm guessing that we're not going to have the ability to leap to the next power source. So I want to have the option. The option, not the obligation, to expand this power source further. And if I had them, I'd probably drop some. I might have... Yeah, we've got crystals here. We might be able to make a couple batteries. Let's stop with the belts for a bit. Just so we can see how much stuff we have. Yeah, that's enough for 30 batteries. Some rings and energetics. We are not storing energetics. at all. Surely we're storing rings, though. Huh. Well, if we are, I'm not seeing them. My goodness. We need iron ore. Okay. The point of that was we wanted to put in... Oh, we actually had a few energetics over here. So we could stripe these for power storage right about here.
An accumulator is a power storage facility. It will store surplus power in the power grid. When there is not enough power supply, stored power will be automatically released to operate the facility. It can also cope with short-term surges in power consumption, especially a surge caused by laser towers.
Not especially, but for example. Oh, build that last. Yep, too late. Delete you, and then we'll get you back in here, and we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I would make this liquid storage, but that is not well positioned. You're gonna force us to take a couple of steps back here and elevate. A couple more steps back and elevate. How is that a collision? Yeah, it's got to get back in line. In line. It can't. Oh boy. We might not be able to do this. So the problem is that this is on the outer side. Actually, why am I coming back down at this point? That's a huge question. Let's cut. Then let's go around here, which is the actual target. Well, we had to go around the world in a million days, but we finally got there. That's not exactly ready to go. Because we need to have something that connects us back to the belt. Ah. This is a series of off by ones. Now that's burning some refined oil. But the key is that it's at the end of the line. Well, it's at the end of the line so far. Now we need to cut back, I think. Try to make this as tight as possible. Right, and now this is right back on its way, processing things. No questions asked. And then this line will come out of here. And we'll put this down as a sketch because we obviously don't have the refined oil to support this. Uh-oh. That's totally off by one line. Whoops. Why aren't we getting half of it out here? What is going on? Huh. I guess it's not a splitter. Weird. But hey, now we're generating way more power than we need. Now our accumulators are starting to accumulate. Okay. So now, if we want to expand this, I can see that a few of our oil refineries aren't operating. Then all we need to do is kind of look around for some more oil. We actually have a lot of oil kind of nearby. We're down into parts of the original factory at this point. So there you go. Now we're rocking and rolling. We've got oil, big chunks of oil coming in. Still not backing up, so we could put more in there if we really wanted to. But these are all lighting up, so that's all being refined. And now we're burning a good chunk of it, but we are saving. We're saving a good amount of it for various other things, like research. All right, it's totally time for yellow science. But I think before we do that, we're going to be good. It just bothers me that it doesn't split here. It just all goes to this side. I would expect it to split. Obviously, to do this exactly right, we would need to split this after storage. You know what? I think I'm going to move this back just a little bit. Just in case if we want to pilot, we have that option. I'm going to check. I know the answer. Okay. It would be cool if I could put a splitter and then put the liquid storage on it like we can the depot. But can't have everything all the time. Let's do it even better. We'll split it after the fact. That's the actual answer. Just like that. So now, for a reason, if things get backed up or delayed, we've got storage. We got a buffer. But now each side gets it equally. So now it's just kind of the opposite problem. Now we need more hydrogen. I could just cut this off for a second. As much as I like the splitters here, an overflow option would be really good, right? Because I like that this line now is full on hydrogen, because that's our focus. We want to make hydrogen and energetics, and then we want to burn off any extra refined oil. But I don't have a way I guess I have a way. It's an annoying way, though. cutting this in half is too much. But not cutting it in half isn't enough. If I get you right in there. Yeah, see, now we need pilers. But we should be much better power-wise, and we are. So we're going to call it. We're going to claim victory right there. Problem with this, of course, is we are basing this off of not making more or burning more of this on this side, right? So the more of these we put down, the less it'll actually be over here to burn. Of course, the more of these we put in place, the more hydrogen and refined oil we have to burn. Nice thing is that in this game, crude oil is renewable and reliable. So there's really no reason to ever take this up unless you just run out of space, which is possible. Yeah, so for this to advance further, we need pilers or faster belts. But like I said, we're generating plenty right now, so there's room to expand this. And then once we get closer to the resolution point, but man, it's so easy to build these now. All right, next episode, we are definitely going to build out the basics, but it's much easier to do that when you have a sufficient amount of power, which we now have. Plus, we have a massive plan that's going to allow us to expand our power without having to worry about external things, right? So this is now our base load. And we can say that because we've got accumulators. That's really the key here, is these accumulators give us the ability to get past the solar issues, and they also give us an ability to get past any type of hiccups due to oddities. Yeah, we definitely need pilers. A piler or two in here would solve this belt. It'd basically double the capacity of the belt. but I think we got it. And of course, I could sit down and get a calculator out and say, okay, we're generating exactly this much oil. How much do we refine? How much do we, I could do all that. We're right at 1400. We have a slight surplus of crude oil. So we could just come over here and put a couple more of these in place. Oh yeah, we actually have the sorters for it too. Right, so all of our oil refineries, our crude oil refineries, are working perfectly. And that one little pause on here helped these guys out. Now we've got too much hydrogen. So that's a different problem. And the problem is that we just got too much hydrogen. Yeah, we'll take care of that next time. What we're basically saying at this point, we're generating 134 power on a consumption demand of 90. So we're good. Then we need to build out the basics. We need belts. We need Tesla towers. I'd probably just walk down the line and build all of it. A good chunk of these, though, should be relatively simple. Though it would be equally easy just to find a little spot like right here and knock out most of these basics. And this could probably go. We probably should delete this stuff now. Nothing left to research on red and blue only. We're still storing red cubes. What are we short? Energetics? How is that possible? Wait, that's a serious question. How is that possible? I guess the energetics ratios are just not what they seem. But you know what? We're going to deal with that in the next video. Thanks for hanging out, especially for one of these longer ones. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.